Record.
Yeah, you better get going.
And we're going live on Facebook, hitting record. And the wind is kicking up here. I don't know about where you are, but it's kicking up here in Connecticut. So hopefully the airwaves will continue to stay open.
Well, hopefully it stopped snowing and the sun is out.
It did. That's a good sign. So welcome to your Monday Boost. I'm Jacqueline Kane, Master Energy Healer, helping women clear and get to the root cause of their pain and suffering so that they can live with more ease, flow, and abundance and just allow it in. And I posted something yesterday that my friends and I had created a 90-day program helping people to get to the root cause of their physical pain, their cash flow problems, and create the business and life they desire. And it is just so fun that I don't even consider it work anymore. It's just so fun to see people transform and to witness them into getting rid of their pain. And so I'm the one in the group who is all about getting to the root cause of your physical and emotional pain. And some of the other people were still surprised that even though people had arthritic and were diagnosed with arthritis, right? Because some of us have pain, some of us have a diagnosis, some of us don't. But there were people in the group who have arthritic pain. We didn't do anything to change the physical structure of the body, but we were releasing the emotions and the fear and the worry that she was carrying around her relationships, around who she gets to be, around standing in her power. And one of the results was that her pain was less. She's still diagnosed with arthritis, but the pain around it. So that's why it's so important to look at the energy and the emotions when you have physical pain. When you are dealing with chronic physical pain and illness, you have to look at the energy and the emotions underneath the pain to have long-lasting relief. Because I've talked to many people who are living with chronic pain and they take medications daily to relieve the pain, but it only takes the edge off. Even women who are taking pain medication for headaches, and still they have headaches. I worked on one woman last week, this young, beautiful girl. She's probably like 18 years old. She's on headache medication and she still gets 2 headaches a week. My question is, and she came in for a massage, so it was her first massage. She's only 18. Are doctors recommending massage or body work to help relieve the tightness in the muscles that are causing the headaches? People with headaches could be out of pain in 24 hours. Is it long lasting? For some people it is. Other people, you may just need continual sessions, but at least you're not taking another medication to create more illness, more problems in the body. And excuse me, I wasn't meaning to go down this route, but if you're in this group, it's all about healing, getting to the root cause so that you don't have to take something, so that when you do need something, it's going to work a lot faster because you have built a really good foundation, a good energetic foundation in your body where you have the tools to stay pain-free, to stay energized, to keep your creativity going. There's all kinds of ways to stay healthy, believe it or not. And I do believe you can heal yourself from anything. The other thing, for some reason, women with cancer are showing up. And they're also, again, it doesn't matter what you're living with. And I know that going through these diseases is painful, it's scary, it's frightening. And I want you to know that there is another way to heal, truly, no matter what you're living with. So that's my little rant for that. How are you, Joyce?
I wouldn't call it a rant, but I'm sitting here saying, boy, you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. I know it that you're telling the truth. The headaches, I mean, back when I was in my late 30s, early 40s, I was taking anywhere from, at minimum, 10 Excedrin a day and still in pain.
Wow.
For headaches, never mind anything else, and whatever else. And today, I might take a leave once in a while, but otherwise I'm pain-free. I mean, I have pain, but I can get out of it. I mean, I can, it's just amazing. Yes. And I think of all the years that I spent in all the medicine that I shoved down my throat for. What good did it? I mean, you're right. It took the edge off. That was it.
That's it. I've heard that over
chiropractor,
and over from people.
Therapy, physical therapy. Because back then I thought mental therapy was for the birds. I didn't believe in it.
And there's a difference, right? There's a difference.
There's a huge difference.
So there's going to somebody for talk therapy, for counseling in that way, and which is great. I did it for a long time when I was going through my really hard times. And there's some therapists who will use some of these other tools like EMDR and EFT and all of these other energy tools or hypnosis. I suggest, depending on where you are, and of course you have to feel into who's right, what's the right path for you. This work that I do with people speeds up that, if that's what you're looking for. And I am learning more about trauma healing because trauma is at the bottom root of all of our pain and suffering. And trauma healing has to be very gentle and at the right space and at the right time. And I do find the more energy work I do, it helps heal the trauma faster. Mm-hmm. So it's not to say that talk therapy is not good. Take it if it works for you. If you want to make faster progress, then find a therapist who does some of these other techniques. I know for me, when I was going through that, I really wish I had somebody who could have jump-started that healing or condensed it to a smaller time, because my kids were young. I was creating more trauma at home for them, which I've had to let go of. So depending on where you are in your life, where you'd like to be, just know that there's another way to get there. And you don't have to suffer. You don't have to live with physical chronic pain or emotional pain. There is a way to change that.
But I think it's also important when you're talking is that when you're teaching how to do all these things to help yourself, you also are teaching us how to think in a different way about ourselves and our bodies. That makes a huge difference. The clearing that you have us do is huge. And that ancestral clearing is really on the ball.
Thank you. Yeah. And, I think a lot of people don't realize that we can actually clear that energy. I had one client who said, "Do you do past life regressions?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And she said, "Well, I've had it over and over again, and the same thing comes up." So many times we get stuck in that pattern of searching and seeking. And then I don't want you to keep seeking. Let's just clear that and decide, do you want to hold on to that, or do you want to create a whole new path for yourself? right?
Yeah.
So we actually can clear all of that energy that was passed down, the sadness, the grief, the trauma that is actually, I believe, every generation that you don't clear it, it's being amplified. So the health conditions are getting worse, which you can see in America. There's more illnesses, there's more new diseases, there's more rare diseases right now. Why is that? There's a new medication. Why do we need all that? Right? Because they're not looking at the energy that you were created in. Yes, epigenetics is looking at the DNA that's been passed down. Great. But they're still not looking at the ancestral energy that you're carrying for your family that can get cleared. And that's the missing link when you only do one way of healing, of helping yourself. And to tell you the truth, I don't really call our way of medical system healing. It's a kind of a system to keep you feeling mediocre and okay. People go on medication without the expectation to get off of it at some time. They put you on medication for the rest of your life. There's no end in sight. When you heal the core wounding so that you can heal your body, so that you don't need medication. And I'm not telling everybody, please don't misinform this. I'm not telling people to go off their medication. At times we need certain medication. Even vitamins are kind of like a medication. We're supplying the body with nutrients that it may not normally get. So if we need medication, great. But if you can heal at the core values, then it can shorten the medication you need and help you feel better, faster. So there's natural healing ways to really, really make you feel better right now, today. You don't have to wait a year after surgery to feel better. You don't have to wait a year after a diagnosis to feel better. You can start feeling better today because life is short. So this month we've been talking about trusting that you have everything you need. How's that been going?
Trusting I would say it showed up very strongly for me this week because of situations that did not become situations that upset me. I mean, because I didn't let it get there. So it showed up, trust in what and myself and what I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Right, because just because we've learned ways to heal ourselves and decrease our own triggers, people are still going to trigger us.
Oh, yeah.
There's still going to be moments. I mean, we still have a family and they are our best teachers, right? So whether it's family or outside events, how can we stop the drama before it escalates? And sometimes the best motive, the best plan is to leave or not engage, to step away, to figure out what it is that's upsetting you, and then come back to a situation and talk about it. So that's perfect. You did exactly what what was the best option?
Not to get sucked into the drama is exactly right. And and that's a lot of what I witnessed this weekend. Is like, whoa, I'm pushed back like this, and that I disengage myself from what was there because it was not mine. And so I didn't want it. And it had to be what it is. That's what it was, you know. And people don't even recognize they're doing a drama. And this is at a funeral.
Well, back then, before I understood my triggers, I would say, I'm so positive, I'm this and that. I had to really look hard at myself and say, Jack, you're causing the drama here. Yeah. It's really hard to say, ooh, that was mine. I'll take it, right?
Yeah, it is, exactly. I mean, I recognize myself from in the, you know, what I was. And it was just like, oh, okay, I'll just do what I'm doing right here and do what I have to do, and you know, not get, like I said, involved into that drama. Yeah. It's not worth it. Therefore, I didn't have the tension, and without the tension, you don't have the tightness and the pain, which a lot of your pain, which is, you know, physical pain, comes from you just tightening yourself up that you never realize that you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I could sit there and take 3 deep breaths and call back my energy.
Sometimes it's so hard in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So great job in not engaging and taking the high road.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a gift.
My body was very thankful that just the way it went, because I could have been miserable. I mean, I would have been, well, in my head, so to speak, and
yeah,
it wasn't. So
yeah, and you put yourself first. And when this woman, so there was a woman in the group that I was involved in, she said there was a drama at work where she didn't get engaged, and people were actually asking her, how is she not engaging? And with the possibility that going forward, she could probably get a really good raise because of how she reacted in that situation, which that's powerful when you can just stand back and say, that's not my drama, I'm out of here, and not react. What if the whole world didn't react and we just listened?
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. The world needs to learn this, especially nowadays, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So in our work around trusting, there's a couple things we can do to create that life we desire and really expand more into bringing it closer, the life you desire, closer to having it today. So you can visualize for a couple minutes every day that life where you are pain-free and you have a healthy body, where the money is showing up, where the amazing relationships are showing up. And you can also journal. So my recommendation for this week is to have a journal where you write in it daily, and you really write down, what is your life going to be like when you have that close relationship that you enjoy, when you have that body that is pain-free and energized, and you get to go walking, and you're going to write down like how it feels to walk around your neighborhood, how it feels to have all this energy, how it feels to receive love and attention and support. So pick your own special journal and spend some time writing in it every single day to really create this dream life that you desire. You up for the
Yes, ma'am.
challenge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And it'll be much more nicer if you would order that sun to stay out and warm. No, it was like 10 above this morning. Did you know that?
I heard today was going to be very cold.
And I was still smiling because I was inside and not outside. But the sunshine, I opened the curtains, and so with the crystal hand in there, it just pulled that sunshine in. And so you have to smile for that. So
yeah. Yes, more sunshine. All right. So you have your homework. Thank you again, Joyce, for joining me. If you're watching this, please comment that you're watching the replay and comment what's going on for you. And let us know if you will be journaling to create your desired life. Thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous day.
Have a good one. Take care now. Bye-bye. Bye.